Well, our top focus Thursday morning, cricketer turned politician Imran Khan is setting his sights on the chair of the Pakistani Prime Minister. As counting continues, Imran's party Tehreek-e-Insaf has surged ahead with 119 seats. Nawaz Sharif's PML-N stands at 56, followed by Bhutto's PPP coming close third with 34 seats. 272 seat of the Pakistan Parliament's lower house, the National Assembly, is up for grabs. In addition, 70 reserved seats are also up for grabs in Pakistan to form the government. Imran's party will have to reach the magic number of 137, while the PTI has already crossed 100 mark. Whether it reaches 137 is yet to be seen. What also remains to be seen is, in absence of a clear majority, whether Bhutto's PPP and other smaller parties are going to play the kingmaker for Imran Khan. All right, now let's take a look at how Pakistan has voted and where are, in fact, Imran Khan winning, where are his seats coming from, and also for other political parties. Remember, 272 seats of the general elections of the National Assembly. Now, in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province, 39 seats. Then there is the federal, in fact, capital, where it has 3 seats. Punjab, the biggest province in Pakistan, 141 seats in Punjab. This is the stronghold of Nawaz Sharif, and his brother Shehbaz Sharif has served as the chief minister for more than a decade. Now, federally administered tribal areas, or known as the FATA areas in Pakistan, 12 seats there. Baluchistan has 16 and Sindh province has 61 seats in Pakistan. So this largely is how the distribution of seats is there in Pakistan. Remember, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa is the only province where Imran Khan's party has in fact led government there. Now, as Imran's PTI surges ahead, Pakistan polls have once again come under the cloud of malpractices, or at least the allegations which have been levelled by various political parties. Now, PML-N chief Shehbaz Sharif held a late night press conference and terming the polls as the dirtiest election in Pakistan. PML accused the poll panel of not obeying its own laws and also said that the votes were counted in absence of PML-N voting agents. Joining the chorus was PPP, Bhutto's party, who alleged that candidates, in fact, have complained that polling agents have been thrown out from the polling booths when counting have been on.
हो गई और उसके बाद जो सूरत गरी जो देखने में आई है, अवाम अगर उनको ये पता लगा कि हमारा जो वोट जो है उसकी किस तरह उसके साथ ज्यादती हुई है, उसकी रिस्पेक्ट शो की गई है और फ्लैग्रेंट वॉल्यूशन हुई है, तो अवाम जो है वो सरापा एहतजाज है।
हमारे जो जोमा है, जो लीडर्स हैं, उन्होंने कुछ ऐसी मिसालें भेजी हैं जहां पे उनको, जैसे कहते हैं, कच्ची चिटें दी गई हैं कि इन कच्ची चिटों के ऊपर ये हमारे हवाले की गई हैं। हम उसको देख रहे हैं, बिल्कुल देख रहे हैं, और अगर उनमें वजन हुआ तो उनके ऊपर एक्शन भी लिया जाएगा। इस हवाले से ये मैं आपको क्लियरली कहता हूँ। जहां तक ये बात है कि निकाला जा रहा है पोलिंग एजेंट्स को, मैं बारहा मैंने DRO साहबान से चेक किया है, अभी फिर मैं RO से पूछूंगा। कुछ स्पेसिफिक हमारे सामने चीजें आई हैं, मैं अभी देख रहा था, चूंकि मीडिया से मैं इसलिए आपके पास फौरन आया देख के कुछ चीजें, कि ये कहा जा रहा है कि हमारा रिजल्ट रोका जा रहा है। रोका नहीं जा रहा, रिजल्ट तो अभी तैयार ही नहीं हुआ।
Right, Geeta Mohan, Foreign Affairs Editor, with us in the studio. We're also being joined by our colleague Hamza Amir, who has been keeping a very close eye on the elections from Lahore. Hamza, just tell our viewers, where does Imran Khan is getting so much support from? What I'm reading at least suggests that there have been a lot of young voters, those who have helped Imran Khan's victory. Women have come out and voted in large number for Imran Khan. Well, despite all the allegations against him leveled by his former wife, that doesn't seem to have dent his image as far as the electorate in Pakistan is concerned.
See, Ankit, in comparison to the 2013 elections, the turnout of voters in 2013 was somewhere between 51 to 54%. And this time around as well, in 2018, the turnout has not changed much. It has almost been somewhere around the same. That means the same amount of voters have actually come to vote. Now, what has changed this time, that Imran Khan has got electables in the party, electables who've got a strong vote bank, who were basically from other parties, including Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz, and majority of them being from Pakistan People's Party or Bilal al-Zardari. So this time around, the vote actually has been on the same side, the same number of turnout people and have come to vote, but they have voted for Imran Khan only for the fact that their party leaders and their supporters of the members are now part of a PTI. So I think that is the only difference that we have seen this time around, that people have come out to vote, but because Imran Khan realized in 2013 that it is a politics, he has to have electables. And if you remember, when he was distributing the party tickets, there was a huge uproar within the party itself. There were protests outside his house where people said that he is not justifying ticket distribution among the candidates. And he made this very clear that if he needs to come in power, if his party needs to come in power, then he needs electables. And that is what he's exactly done. That is conventional politics, unlike anyone else in Pakistan. And Imran Khan, this time around, we were not expecting him to cross the 100 mark in the National Assembly seats, but he has crossed it big time. He started as a champion. He is standing at 120 seats. That means only 17 seats are left, which will be easily covered by independent candidates and other alliance parties, smaller parties, not PML-N or People's Party. So that is why Imran Khan is comfortably placed, because he's done conventional politics, the equal level of politics that other parties have done. Now, that is one. Number two, that while elections, were initially, Meher Tarar was of the view that they were completely fair, they were free, there was no rigging done. She didn't see anything happening. But you see what's come out now. 8 political parties. Now, Imran Khan is the top. The second one is Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz. The third is Pakistan People's Party. The fourth is Pakistan Muttahida Majlis-e-Amal. So the next 3 in line are actually saying that these elections are one of the most dirtiest ones because they've been rigged. Inside the polling stations, the ballots are being tampered and results are not being revealed. So it actually raises a lot of concern on what kind of credibility can we put alongside these elections, because other than one party, everyone is not happy.
Well, and is that also, in a way, Hamza, has been the story of every election in Pakistan? These allegations have been made last time by Imran Khan as well. Now, there is breaking news coming in. And in fact, let me also introduce Mona Alam, who's a Pakistani journalist who's also joining us on the broadcast. Thank you so much, Mona. But before we go to Mona, let's just quickly take you through this breaking news coming in from Pakistan. In fact, heads of major political parties lose to PTI rookies in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province of Pakistan. Those who were outclassed by Pakistan Tehreek Insaf Party include Shehbaz Sharif of PML-N, Bilawal Bhutto of PPP, Fazi-ur-Rahman of MMA, Afsanjar Wali Khan of ANP, Sirajul Haq of Jamaat-e-Islami, and Aftab Ahmed Khan Shirapo of Qawmi Watan Party. This is according to Pakistani news reports which are coming in. Mona, I would want you to come in on this. It seems that even the big guns or the big names from various political parties have been rejected. How should, the people and the world at large should look at these elections in Pakistan? Is there a sweeping wave in favor of Imran Khan? And who are these people? Who are these voters who are in fact giving Imran Khan such a surge in this election?
Yes, absolutely. I think it's a very fair, I'm fair and comfortable to comment that it's a clean sweep by the PTI and Imran Khan in this party. Obviously, this wasn't expected, you see, going as per the surveys which were indicative right before the elections. They were actually calling for a very close shot between the PTI and the PML-N. But as far as the results have come out so far, the results were also delayed due to a technical glitch in the RTS system of the Election Commission of Pakistan. But nonetheless, whatever the results are this far, they're very suggestive that it's a huge margin with which the PTI has defeated the PML-N. PML-N is on a very far second second spot from the PTI. And the PTI rightly commented by your correspondent as well that the PTI is in a very comfortable position to form a government, and it will only need, you know, smaller parties to form a coalition with, in case it doesn't achieve that that magic number, the half of 272 seats. So if in case that doesn't happen with PTI in isolation itself, then obviously it will only need another smaller party. It may also form a coalition with the independents, which have contested the elections under the sign and symbol of a jeep.
Okay.
So many of those are independent contestants, and interestingly, in these elections, there are more independents contesting rather than those fielded by political parties.
Yes.
So that is also an interesting watch. And as a very independent analyst, I'd only comment that it's a very interesting situation, because in 2013, PML-N was exactly where PTI is today,
right,
and the PTI was exactly where PML-N is today. So you know, it's a swap of positions that has happened.
It's been a
and now
turnaround.
They're both in each other's. Yeah, it's a turnaround, and now they're both in each other's shoes. The PML-N had been criticizing the PTI for doing street politics and agitational politics, and of rigging allegations and whatnot throughout these 5 years. And similarly, the PTI has been the one which has been leveling allegations of, you know,
Mona, stay on with me. Let's also very quickly get in Geeta Mohan, our national affairs, foreign affairs editor, on this. Geeta, as Mona is saying, tables may have turned. It may be, but the voices possibly are saying the same thing. The loser is saying the elections are rigged. The winner is hailing the elections as free and fair. What does this mean for India? For viewers, those who are tuning in, Imran Khan coming to power, what would it be for Indians?
Well, we've been saying this for a while now, Ankit. Whatever happens in Pakistan in terms of the general elections, we know who handles Pakistan's India policy. We know who handles Pakistan's foreign policy. So nothing much will really change for India. In fact, what we will see with the kind of numbers that we're seeing, and if it's a coalition government, a little more stability, because the civilian administration will be working in tandem with the Pakistani military when it comes to the India policy, and in that there will be clarity, because India would know that that the civilian administration and the Pakistani military are not going to speak in two voices. So in a way, even if we say that Imran Khan has been the army's favorite, it is not completely a very bad news for India. Although we do know that many in India have been questioning the democratic process in Pakistan. But that's for another day, given that there are international observers who are there. They will be filing their reports. The European Union observers are there, and by the 27th, the Commonwealth observers, European Union observers, they will all be filing their reports, and we will get to know how the international community observed the elections, monitored the elections, and what is the view of the international community when it comes to whether if the elections were free and fair or not.
Right, Hamza, you know, now I also want to shift focus on the two parties which have been left behind as far as this election is concerned. Let's start with Nawaz Sharif. He took a big political gamble by coming back. That was being seen as possibly a game changer for his party, which gave a lot of boost to his workers as well. But in the end, Nawaz Sharif behind bars, Shehbaz Sharif, despite his massive election campaign, they have lost. What's their future for the Sharifs in Pakistan now?
Well, Ankit, the Sharif family has ruled the Punjab province, the largest carrier of National Assembly seats in the politics for over 30 decades. That's a very long time. And they had this absolute belief that they will actually sweep from the Punjab province, they will come in power. The future for the PML-N might have been, you know, hurted because of the failure at the formal the federal government level, but in the Punjab province they're very comfortably leading, and they'll be actually taking up the government of the Punjab province, which basically has been the forte of Shehbaz Sharif. He has been the chief minister of the Punjab province. I think that is what has changed. Nawaz Sharif, if he was out of jail and contesting elections, even his daughter, if she was contesting elections, it would have been a different story in seats for PML-N at the federal level also, because people saw Nawaz Sharif and Maryam Nawaz as national leaders, while Shehbaz Sharif has been known for being a chief minister, a very successful chief minister of a province that's done the most amount of progress in comparison to any other province in Pakistan. So I think he's retained his position as the head of the Punjab province, but obviously Nawaz Sharif's family is being in jail, and their campaign hovering around and roaming around the same narrative that Nawaz Sharif built, which was basically against the military establishment in one way or the other also, certainly had its side effects, and that one side effect was very visible.
Right.
That on one side, if Nawaz Sharif's party is not taking power, obviously it had to be Imran Khan, because People's Party had already lost a lot to the hands of PTI.
Mona, that also in a way would bring out the duplicity or the double speak as far as Nawaz Sharif's party is concerned. Shehbaz Sharif can't claim elections are rigged when he is winning the elections locally in Punjab, and if they are losing in the national elections, that argument will not hold. Ultimately, the corruption charge or the taint on Nawaz Sharif has done them in.
Yes, that's right. And it's for the people. The ball has been in the people's court and in the public's court. And yes, absolutely, it did not work out well for Nawaz Sharif. He actually came back only in hopes of bagging better votes in the 2018 elections. And if he hadn't come back, if he had chosen to stay back in London, then red warrants could also have been issued, and Interpol could also have been activated against him there in London. The same is being done against the former finance minister Ishaq Dar. So you see, it's not a very comfortable position that he was in, and he rather chose. He had very limited options when he was there, and he had to choose amongst those limited options of his, and that is why he chose the one of coming back and bagging some sympathy vote in the 2018 contest. But that just didn't work out for reasons that obviously he wasn't allowed to address the public. The media wasn't allowed to reach out to him. But nonetheless, there were addresses of him on social media. They went viral. They were all over the place. There were leading journalists who had accompanied him during his flight, and their channels had supported their boarding and lodging for that purpose. So, they were very much there, and they made all those footages. They went viral on social media. It was quite a hue and cry. And that could have worked in favor of Nawaz Sharif, because, sympathy vote is quite a thing in Pakistan and India and overall in the southeastern politics.
Yes.
And sympathy vote had worked for the People's Party, for an instance, in the 2008 elections after the martyrdom of Benazir Bhutto. Her husband, who was also, allegations were leveled as if he had murdered Benazir Bhutto, but nonetheless, that turned out into an electoral victory for him in 2018 polls, 2008 polls, 10 years ago. So that could have worked. We did expect that, and the surveys also suggested that. But I tell you what, going by the sentiment on the streets, on the roads, and going by the very face of it, people had not come out to vote for the PML-N. The polling stations and the polling booths of the PML-N were absolutely isolated. They were dull, while the PTI polling booths were all in frenzy. They were very hyped out, and whatever the banners were and whatever the flags that we saw around the place, they were all for PTI, and hardly one or two for the PML-N.
So maybe this should be seen as the will of the people. The elections and the result should be seen as the will of the people, despite the glitches or the mismanagement by the Election Commission of Pakistan. Ultimately, it's the writ of the people that, as of now, the result
that possibly the PML-N voter doesn't come out in public, and the PML-N voter is a silent voter. It just goes to the polling booth and casts its vote. But that's not the case, and that is what has been proven.
I now want to shift focus on two issues that are going to be extremely important, Geeta, especially for India when after the result of these elections: Kashmir and terrorism. Let's now listen in to Imran Khan, who in fact spoke exclusively to India today in 2015, making his stand on Kashmir clear. Listen in to what Imran Khan said, and then we'll go to our panelists for a quick round of discussion.
You cannot take away the importance of Kashmir, because that really is the sticking point. As we say, it's the core issue. Sooner or later, it has to be resolved. And, if you read, our ex-foreign minister, Khurshid Kusuri's book, I mean, in that book, he just spells out how close they came.
This time, when Kashmir is being treated differentially to Terra, could that create a problem in Pakistan? It's clearly not going to create a problem in India, but could it create a problem in your country?
Any sensible person would want things to be peaceful in Pakistan, because what we've been through in the last 10 years, you know, the country has been through hell.
So your position is this is not an issue to make a point over?
Not to make a point over, but at the same time, unless Kashmir is resolved, I'm afraid we will never have lasting peace. And therefore, I come back to the point. Leaders are those who have a vision, a much larger vision, and they mobilize public opinion towards that vision.
Is it the core issue, or do you believe it's one of many issues, but not the core one?
No, it is. The moment Kashmir issue is solved, Karan, I can tell you that everything else will fall into place. Because everyone will understand the benefits of trade. Look, there's China on one side, there's a China economic corridor to Gwadar, this link now. The opportunities are so huge for both India, for Pakistan. So it would be madness to be held hostage to an issue which can be solved.
So in your eyes, Kashmir is the core issue, it is the key problem?
Yes, it is.
All right, this is what in 2015, Geeta, Imran Khan said about Kashmir. Now, how would that change in 2018? Because now we have seen, just before the election, he has been speaking a lot of anti-India, anti-Modi, anti-India stand on Kashmir rhetoric.
Well, Ankit, there is music to our ears to hear leaders speak when they're not in power, and then when they're vying for power, you see the entire tone and tenor of their views to certain subjects change, and we saw that with Imran Khan. He'd become quite a hardliner when it came to India, and particularly the issue of Kashmir during his campaigning. And now, with him tipped to be the next Prime Minister of Pakistan, we will have to wait and see whether if he's going to walk the talk on what he just said, that if Kashmir is resolved, there is much to offer between India and Pakistan on the issue of trade, economic cooperation, and if that really is something that Pakistan can focus on, then there will be a lot of problems within Pakistan that can be resolved, because at this point in time today, if the leadership has to take a leadership role in Pakistan, they will have to fix their own domestic policies. They will have to look at the economic policies of Pakistan and how to really revive the economy of Pakistan, a debt-ridden country, absolutely in debt trap. $5 billion is what they owe alone to China, and it's double that in terms of the entire debt that they have.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.